Now coming to the second business service. In the first lesson we talked about banking services. Now let us talk about the insurance services. Now what is the meaning? This was another auxiliary, okay, to trade that we had read about, that was insurance. What is the basic meaning of insurance? You know, in business we are always exposed to some kind of uncertainty. We are always exposed to, not only in business, in life also we are always exposed to some kind of uncertainty, right? So what these insurance companies, they do is that in return for a payment of a small amount of money, okay, or a certain amount of money, let's not call it small, for a certain amount of money, they take our risk on their head. They take our risk on their head, okay? And in case of a loss, they indemnify the amount of loss. Indemnify मतलब हमें जितना loss हुआ है, okay, अगर हमने insurance कराई हुई है तो insurance company हमें वो पैसा वापस दे देती है. Obviously after being satisfied that the case is genuine. Okay, now here basically we are going to be talking about three types of insurances. Okay, but before we come to that, let us first focus on these 7 principles of insurance. Okay, first one being utmost good faith. There are two parties in case of in a contract of insurance. One is the insurer, the insurance company. ठीक है, जो आपको इंश्योरेंस प्रोवाइड करती है उसको हम बोलते हैं इंश्योरर, फाइन. एंड द अदर वन इज इंश्योर्ड, जिसको इंश्योरेंस प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं इंश्योर्ड. दे आर एंटरिंग इनटू अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, ठीक है, जहाँ पे कि इंश्योर्ड जो है वो प्रीमियम पे कर रहा है और उस प्रीमियम की रिटर्न में इंश्योरेंस कंपनी जो है उसको प्रोटेक्शन कवर प्रोवाइड कर रही है, राइट. नाउ बिकॉज व्हेन दे आर एंटरिंग इनटू अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दे मस्ट बी true to one another. They must not disclose any important information. Okay, they must disclose all important points and facts to one another. It is the responsibility of the insured to tell the insurance company agent in detail what all. Let's talk about if I'm getting a mediclaim done. So I have to inform the insurance company about my state of health, whatever is the present illnesses that I'm suffering from, everything. Because later on अगर ये discover किया जाता है that you have hidden an important information, then the contract of insurance will be invalid, will be considered as null and void. So the first and foremost principle of insurance is that both the parties to the contract of insurance must disclose all important facts to each other. Clear? Secondly, insurable interest. Insurable interest means the pecuniary interest in the subject matter of insurance. आप जिस चीज़ के लिए इंश्योरेंस करवा रहे हैं उसमें आपका इंटरेस्ट होना ज़रूरी है, स्टेक होना ज़रूरी है, उसके होने ना होने से आपको फ़र्क पड़ना ज़रूरी है. Alright, you must have, the insured must have insurable interest in the subject matter of insurance. Fine? Like in case of life insurance, मैं किसी राह चलते की इंश्योरेंस नहीं करा सकती, ठीक है, बिकॉज मेरा उससे क्या रिलेशन है, उसका होने ना होने से मुझे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा. तो अगर हम ये प्रिंसिपल ना फॉलो करें, मैं किसी की भी इंश्योरेंस करा के नेक्स्ट डे उसको मर्डर कर दूं और मेरे पास इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी अमाउंट आ जाएगा. बट दिस प्रिंसिपल स्टेट्स दैट इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट टू हैव इंश्योरेबल इंटरेस्ट इन द सब्जेक्ट मैटर ऑफ इंश्योरेंस. Clear? A husband can get the life of his wife insured. A parent can get the life of his children insured. A son can get the life of his parents insured. Clear? Then comes indemnity. Indemnity means to put the person back in the same position as he was before the loss took place. Okay? To indemnify meaning, अगर मेरे घर में आग लग गई, मुझे वहाँ पे लेट्स से 60 लाख का नुकसान हो गया, 60 लाख का नुकसान हो गया एंड शॉर्ट सर्किट की वजह से आग लगी थी एंड द हाउस वाज इंश्योर्ड अगेंस्ट फायर. क्लियर? तो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी विल इंडेमनीफाई मी. इंडेमनीफाई मतलब विल पुट मी बैक इन द सेम पोजिशन. अगर मुझे सारा का सारा पैसा इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से वापस मिल जाता है तो मेरा लॉस क्या हुआ? ज़ीरो. जितने का लॉस हुआ था वो तो पैसा मुझे वापस मिल गया इंश्योरेंस कंपनी से. बट इन केस ऑफ लाइफ इंश्योरेंस इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल. आपको पैसा तो मिल जाएगा बट आपको लॉस क्या हुआ है, one person has died, so insurance company cannot indemnify you, cannot bring that person back for you. All right, then contribution. If you are getting the subject matter insured, you've taken a double policy for the same subject matter, ठीक है, मैंने दो जगह से पॉलिसी कराई हुई है. सो इन द इवेंट ऑफ अ लॉस, मैंने अपनी गाड़ी की अगर दो जगह से इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी कराई है, गाड़ी की वैल्यू जो अमाउंट ऑफ लॉस है वो है अबाउट 3 लाख और मैंने दोनों जगह से 4 लाख की इंश्योरेंस करवाई हुई है, राइट. तो अगर मुझे एक जगह से इंश्योरेंस का पैसा मिल जाता है तो दूसरी जगह से मैं जाके इंश्योरेंस का पैसा नहीं ले सकती. आई कैनॉट बी मेकिंग प्रॉफिट इन द नेम ऑफ इंश्योरेंस. All right, because it is just for the purpose of protection from various risks that you are exposed to. It is not for the purpose of making profit out of it. All right. Thereafter comes subrogation. आफ्टर अगर मेरी गाड़ी डैमेज हो गई, एक्सीडेंट हुआ, गाड़ी डैमेज हो गई, ठीक है, इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने मुझे मेरे पैसे दे दिए, उसके बाद जो मेरी डैमेज गाड़ी है, आई डू नॉट हैव एनी राइट ओवर दैट डैमेज्ड कार. दैट इज द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी. दे मे डू वॉट एवर दे विश टू विद दैट कार ऑफ माइन. आई हैव नो इंटरेस्ट इन दैट. Fine, the subject, the asset or whatever has been destroyed will belong to the insurance company. Then comes causa proxima, meaning that the insurance company will compensate you only if the damage has been caused by the loss against which the protection has been sought. Clear? I'll take the same example which is given in the book, that if you've taken a marine insurance, there is a cargo of goods, okay, which is to be sent, and you've taken insurance against loss which could be caused by seawater. Let us say if there are rodents in the ship or due to the fishes, there are holes caused in the base of the ship due to which the seawater enters the ship and the cargo is destroyed. Goods are destroyed. So you are liable to claim compensation since the loss has been caused by सी वाटर. बट अगर सी वाटर ना आए, रोडेंट्स हैं या और रोडेंट्स ने सारा का सारा आपका सामान खराब कर दिया है, इन दैट केस लॉस आपको हुआ है बट इट इज़ नॉट ड्यू टू द प्रॉक्सिमेट कॉज. हमने इंश्योरेंस किसके अगेंस्ट ली है? सी वाटर, ठीक है, बट यहाँ हमारा सामान किससे खराब हुआ? बिकॉज ऑफ रोडेंट्स एंड रैट्स. ऑलराइट, सो यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट एनी कॉम्पनसेशन. लास्ट इज मिटिगेशन. It means, it states that the insured must take all the possible steps to minimize the loss. Okay? In case there is a fire at your house, ऐसा नहीं है कि आप चुपचाप बैठ जाएंगे तो हाँ भाई इंश्योरेंस तो हुई हुई है, मेरे घर की जलने दो, पूरा जल जाएगा तो पूरा पैसा मिल जाएगा. No. They are going to check कि किस समय आग नोटिस की आपने, did you call the fire brigade or not, what were the steps which were taken by you, okay, to minimize the loss. So under the principle of mitigation, the insured must try to minimize the loss as far as possible, must take all possible steps to minimize the loss. So these were all the 7 principles of insurance. Now let's move on to the different types of insurances. Number 1 being life insurance. It will be more appropriate if I say that it is more of an assurance. Okay, life insurance policy is more of a life assurance policy. ठीक है, in this what happens is that you pay yearly premium. आप एक टाइम पीरियड के लिए भी ले सकते हैं कि मैंने अगर लेटर से 20 years के लिए लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी ली, ठीक है, उन 20 years के लिए आई एम गोइंग टू बी पेइंग अ सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ प्रीमियम. ठीक है, इन केस आई डाई बिफोर 20 years, तो अगर मैंने लेटर से 20 लाख की पॉलिसी ली है तो जो भी मेरे क्लेमेंट्स हैं, ओके, माय किड्स और whosoever are the beneficiaries, they are going to get that money. Fine, but in case I do not die in that period of 20 years, so at the maturity of 20 years I am going to get my money back. ठीक है, जितने की पॉलिसी है वो मुझे मिल जाएगी. So there is no element of risk involved in here. Rather, if you get the amount at the maturity, आपका प्रीमियम, आपने जितना भी प्रीमियम पे किया है, ओके, उससे ज़्यादा ही पैसा आपको मिलता है. All right, so there is an element of capital formation also here, right? Now, what are the different types of life insurance policies? Number 1 being whole life insurance policy. Here, you will get the money only when you die. Okay, you go on paying the life insurance premium throughout your life. Clear? Second is endowment insurance policy. That is, if you've taken insurance policy for a specific period of time, let's say 10 years or 20 years, now the amount will be payable to you or to your wife or son or whosoever is there, okay, only it will be payable in the event of the death of the insured or on the maturity of the policy, whichever happens earlier. Then joint life insurance policy. Let us say if I and my husband, we together take a life insurance policy. In the event of death of either of us, okay, the other person who's alive is going to get the money of the policy. Annuity policy. Annuity policy is generally taken up for the purpose like after retirement, if I'm interested in getting some kind of a periodic payment, okay, so I can start this annuity policy right now. Fine. After I have attained a certain age, thereafter, maybe monthly or quarterly or 6 monthly or maybe annually, I will get a stipulated amount of money from the insurance company. Then children's endowment insurance policy. I can take insurance policy for the purpose of marriage of my daughter, or I can take an insurance policy for the purpose of your further studies of your children. Alright. So after the expiry of us or on your children attaining a certain age, you are going to get the money for that policy. So these are 5 types of life insurance policies which are available, right? Next is your fire insurance policies. Now fire insurance basically is taken to protect the insured from the loss that may be caused by fire. For this, there must be actual fire which has caused the loss, and it's necessary that fire should be accidental. I can't do this कि मैंने अपनी फैक्ट्री की फायर इंश्योरेंस कराई अबाउट 50 lakhs की और खुद ही आग लगा दी फैक्ट्री में so that I can earn 50 lakh rupees. No, that fire must be accidental. ठीक है, आपके किसी वर्कर के नेग्लिजेंस की वजह से फायर लगी है तो भी आपको पैसे नहीं मिलेंगे. Clear? So it should be accidental and there should be actual fire which has caused the loss. Then the insurable interest must be present at the time of taking the policy, जब आपने पॉलिसी ली है, and at the time of the loss. जब आपने पॉलिसी ली है तब भी फैक्ट्री आपकी होनी चाहिए, and at the time of loss also the factory should be yours. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने आज इंश्योरेंस फायर इंश्योरेंस ले ली अपनी फैक्ट्री के लिए, फैक्ट्री बेच दी, नाउ द फैक्ट्री बिलोंग्स टू समवन एल्स, और कल मैंने उसमें आग लगवा दी. ठीक है, but I cannot get the money. Why? Because I had insurable interest at the time of taking the policy, but at the time of loss I do not have insurable interest. So it is important in case of fire insurance, insurable interest should be present at the time of taking the policy as well as at the time of the loss. Whereas in life insurance, your insurable interest has to be present at the time of taking the policy. At the time of the loss it may be there or it may not be there, right? Then in case of marine insurance, insurance is taken against ship or hull, cargo and freight. Now when we talk about ship or hull insurance, okay, it involves insuring the ship against the perils of sea. Cargo insurance, it involves insuring the cargo against the perils of the sea. And freight insurance is basically, it covers reimbursing the loss of freight cost to the shipping company. Fine. And in case of marine insurance, the insurable interest must be there at the time of the loss. It may or may not be there at the time of taking up of the policy, but it must be there at the time of actual loss. Now let us just take a look at this comparative study between life insurance, fire insurance and marine insurance. This often is asked as an important question for 6 marks, right? Number 1, subject matter. Let us take the basis as subject matter of insurance. In case of life insurance, it's the human life. In case of fire insurance, it's the physical property which we get insured. And in case of marine insurance, it could either be the ship or the cargo or freight charges. Insurable interest in case of life insurance must be present at the time of taking the policy, right? Then in fire insurance, I have explained earlier also, it should be present at the time of taking the policy as well as at the time of actual loss taking place. In case of marine insurance, it should be present at the time of the loss. Principle of indemnity does not apply to life insurance because the insurance company cannot compensate the insured for the loss. You cannot bring that person back. Whereas it is possible in case of fire insurance and marine insurance. Marine insurance and fire insurance, the principle of indemnity does apply. Then policy amount. Now life insurance can be of any amount, all right, but in case of fire and marine insurance, in case of fire insurance, it cannot be more than the subject matter insured, that is a physical property की जितनी valuation है उससे ज़्यादा की नहीं हो सकती. And in case of marine insurance, it cannot be more than the value of ship, cargo, hull. All right. Then risk or uncertainty. In case of life insurance, there is no risk. As I just told you that life insurance is moreover a contract of assurance. Okay, that is, you are certain that you are going to get the amount of money that you are giving as premium, you are going to get it back, right? But in case of fire and marine insurance, there is certainly an element of risk which is present. Then element, life insurance is there is an element of protection as well as investment. As I told you that life insurance, whatever premium you are paying, okay, the amount of money that you are going to get back at the time of maturity is much more than the amount of premium that you have paid. So it leads to capital formation. It basically helps you grow your money, right? So there's an element of protection and investment. Here there is an element of protection only. In both fire and marine insurance, there is an element of protection only. Duration, life insurance is generally from 5 to 30 years, but whole life, this whole life insurance policy can continue even for more period of time. But fire insurance and marine insurance, for fire insurance only for 1 year, every year you have to keep renewing the policy, and marine insurance 1 year or period of voyage. Loss measurement, in case of life insurance, loss is not measurable, but in case of fire and marine insurance, loss is measurable, right? So these were the three main types of insurance policies that we had to talk about. Now let's move on to health insurance. As we talked about Mediclaim, it covers, when you take a medical cover, you take Mediclaim, it covers basic medical expenses like your hospitalization or the doctor's fees and all, okay? Then major medical expenses like surgery or your knee replacement, fine. Then long-term hospitalization, if you're hospitalized for a long period of time, okay? Then disability income. Now what is this disability income? It is payment of income to the insured for the time period for which he was disabled due to hospitalization. Okay? This is also a part of Mediclaim. Fine. Last but not the least, reinsurance. Now this is a very interesting concept. If ABC insurance company has given an insurance to a particular person, but then it feels that it alone will not be able to cover the entire risk. अगर उसको लॉस हो जाता है तो मे बी एबीसी कंपनी पूरा का पूरा उसका लॉस कॉम्पनसेट नहीं कर पाएगी. सो इन दैट केस द एबीसी इंश्योरेंस कंपनी टेक्स इंश्योरेंस फ्रॉम अनदर कंपनी. ठीक है, यहाँ पे इंश्योरर किसी और से इंश्योरेंस लेता है in order to share the risk with him. ठीक है, अगर 30 लाख के लिए आपने इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी ली है, ठीक, किसी को दी है इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी, पर आपको लग रहा है कि आप इन द इवेंट ऑफ लॉस पूरा का पूरा 30 लाख नहीं दे पाएंगे, लॉस हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता. सो अगर आपको लगता है, एक इंश्योरेंस कंपनी को लगता है कि वो कवर नहीं कर पाएगी, तो वो दूसरी कंपनी के साथ, वो दूसरी कंपनी से इंश्योरेंस लेती है. Okay, so in this way, here now the ABC insurance company will become the insured and the new company from which it has taken insurance will become the insurer. That was all about insurance.